And if you would all please stand, and Mr. Brankel is going to lead us in the prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let's pray. Father, we thank you for another day that we've been allowed to gather together to conduct county business. And God, I ask that you will anoint us with wisdom and knowledge as we finish out year 2025. And I ask that as we move into 2026, it'll be a great year for Grant County. And we ask us in your name. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Thank you and welcome. Roll call, please.
Brankel.
Here.
Cadell.
Here.
Hicks.
Didn't hear from him, so maybe he might just arrive a little late. I did hear from Mr. McCord that he would not be here.
Pitts.
Here.
Fleming.
Here.
McCourt. Scott.
Here.
All right. The first item that we have here is approval of the minutes. We have a special joint session from October 14th. That was with the commissioners, and then we also had a regular session from November 19th. Entertain a motion, we can just take both of those at the same time.
So moved, Mr. President.
All right, thank you, Mr. Brankel.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Scott. Any questions or comments regarding those minutes? Anything from the public regarding those minutes? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. Next on our agenda, we have new business. And I thought, and I'm not seeing, is Judge Spitzer here? All right, there you are. Yes, come on up. Yep, ready for you. Yeah. You're gonna get ahead of Mr. McVicker because he's not gonna be here till next month.
That's right. Should be quick, I think. Just a couple of things that I'm requesting here today. And both of them relate to the same thing, and that is that we've been having lots of jury trials, and so we ran out of money to pay them and feed them. And so I'm requesting an additional appropriation in the juror per diem account of $15,000, and then also a transfer from our contractual services account to our jury meals account of $499. I had originally did the $499 because I thought, well, I won't have to come to the meeting, and then I realized my bailiff said, "Oh, we need jury money too." So I outsmarted myself. But as you guys may recall, my budget holds all of the jury money, and so I kind of pooled that. And so this is actually sort of an aggregate need from all of the courts. So happy to answer any questions you might have.
Entertain a motion regarding this request.
Make a motion to approve.
All right, thank you, Mr. Cadell. We have, all right, thank you, Mr. Lemon. We have a first and a second. Any other questions or comments for Judge Spitzer? Anything?
I'm sorry, I assume the motion was for both to approve both?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. Good to go. Yeah. Anything from the public regarding this? The only question or comment I guess I have, meals, are those like, Jimmy John's or something, or are you ordering from,
Yeah, so
Chris?
once a jury is deliberating, then we're ordering meals for them. It's typically somebody that will deliver.
Right.
And so we do Jimmy John's.
Yeah.
We've operated from pizza. We do pizza too. Yes, we do that. So our choices. Yep.
All right. Well, hearing nothing from the public, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Guys, take care. Merry Christmas.
Yep. Merry Christmas. Next on the agenda, we have Mr. David White. I think I saw him here.
Good evening.
Here tonight to transfer some money in different accounts to make sure they don't end up in the red at the end of the year for the count. I did add a second page. I hopefully you received it on just $5,000 from part-time to gas, oil, fuel. Employee triple by the end of the year.
Been busy the last couple of weeks.
Yes. Yeah. Ready for spring already. And we're
I think we all are.
Appreciate you guys getting out there.
God, I know.
All right, guess I entertain a motion, and maybe we would just do all of them together in the essence of time, or is there an issue with doing that?
All transfers or
This
just
would-
for the highway
Highway
department?
Department,
Yeah, you can do them all at once.
yeah. All right,
There's one transfer I'd like to, I didn't get on the letter, but it's in my restricted fund. And it's from bituminous. And I'd like to transfer 100,000 from bituminous to our equipment fund. I have a balance right now, $380-some thousand left over in bituminous. I'd like to transfer it to equipment. We had some equipment that we purchased here at the end of the year before prices went up, and we'd like to get that transferred to pay for that equipment this year. If I could add that.
Okay.
There's enough cash in the, it's not additional transfer.
So we have the full request, right, on the right agenda, so this would be an additional.
Right, yes,
out of the restricted fund,
yes. 1176 or 73, I'm sorry.
is the bituminous, is that related to the salt
It's related to the chip seal program.
chip seal? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right, Chair would entertain a motion then regarding all of those requested transfers, including the restricted request that just got added.
Mr. President, make a motion to approve all 5 requests from the highway department as presented.
All right, thank you, Mr. Scott.
Second.
All right, thank you, Mr. Caudell. Do you have any questions or comments from the council? Anything from the public? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you.
Let you gentlemen know that we were awarded $850,000 from the community crossing grant from the state for next year's 2 bridge projects. So bonus for the county on that. So we just have to match that, and we've already got the funding ready and design work and everything else. So 2 bridges, one on 1100 South and one out on 700 South, kind of on the west side of the county, will be replaced next year. So.
Nice.
Good news, sir.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good holiday.
Frank's not in here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Next on our agenda, we have Grant County Recorder Kathy Boyd.
Good evening.
Hello.
I have, I was informed I'm in the red in my part-time account from the general fund, not my fault. I explained to Mr. Higgins earlier this year. So I need an additional appropriation of $4,100 to my part-time account in the general fund.
I think we've got that straight then for 26 in the budget.
Yes, we do.
All right, super. All right. We'll entertain a motion regarding that request.
So moved.
All right, thank you, Mr. Scott.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Lemming. Any questions or comments regarding that request? Anything from the public? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thank you.
Merry Christmas, but
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Next on the agenda, we have Grant County Prosecutor, Mr. Hunt.
Thank you. I'm here to request permission to fill a vacancy as a full-time deputy prosecutor position, which will be vacant as of December 31st of this year. I'm asking a little bit early so I can get that posted and get people in so we can go ahead and hire as soon as possible. This is not the part-time position that we talked about last time. This is a different position.
Yeah. Yeah, we actually, three of us met this morning with the judiciary and they were saying that we certainly need full force of prosecutors, if not even more.
I would concur, agree with that. And this is, it's been nice the past 7 months having a full staff. And I think that is borne out in the numbers, but I do need to fill this position so we can keep moving forward, getting cases moved to the courts.
Have any questions? Otherwise, the chair to entertain a motion. So, all right. Thank you, Mr. Brinkle. Motion to approve.
Second.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Scott. That was second. Anyone have any questions or comments for Mr. Hunt?
We know why he's leaving?
Yes. He is from Huntington County and a job opening was available in Huntington County, a little bit better pay. Not marginally better pay, but it's where he lives and those jobs don't come open too often up there. They have a much smaller office. So he saw an opportunity and took it. We are going to miss him. And he's leaving. Not at the moment.
All right. Anything else from the council? Any questions from the public? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you very much. I would notify the council that as of last week, we have a city court prosecutor, which is part-time. She has informed me that she is going to be resigning in second week of January. So I'll probably be back in January asking to fill that position. That is an important position to deal with the high volume city court cases. So this kind of give you a forewarning about that. She is just to, so you asked this question.
Sure.
Next time, her husband is an attorney and they are busy. So she is going to be working with him.
Sorry, I hate to say her leaving.
So yeah, I hate to see her leave too. She's been here for 12 years, maybe.
Quite a while.
Very long time. So
Have you think about some recruitment possibilities?
yeah, I'm going to be contacting IU School of Law, see if I can't get down there and recruit. I've been asking some of my other deputies if they know any of their friends that they recently graduated from law school with that are still looking. It's kind of a desert out there though, unfortunately. And there have been a couple of people who have graduated from Grant County Law School in the past year, but none of them want to come back, or a couple of them don't want to come back. Practicing elsewhere.
Do you know what other counties maybe are doing that we're not, that we could?
No, because other counties are in the same, a lot of other counties are in the same position we are. And then the position that I had, the full-time position, actually Huntington County reached out to me and said, hey, I have this guy, we don't have a job for him, and I know you do. But I know that most, if you look at the Indiana Prosecuting Attorney Council, they have job openings. And you can see that it's not, it's really kind of all over the place. And there are some that are down by 30%. So it's tough everywhere, unfortunately.
Just fewer to choose from? Are they moving to private practice?
I think there's fewer to choose from with the closure of ITT or IIT, excuse me. And Valpo Law School, we're losing, we've lost about 300 graduates every year. And so we don't have the same number of attorneys in Indiana any longer. And And it's everywhere. It's not just Grant County. Unfortunately, I'm dealing with Grant County, but I've talked to other prosecutors who feel the same way. They cannot find, they can't even find applicants that will quality applicants. So that's kind of where we are.
Have a challenge.
Yes, and I believe the public defender's office in the next year, if it was going to be in the same boat, they have several people who I think are probably getting ready to retire, and I need people to take those positions. It's not.
I may give you just a little bit of data. I read a report recently where Indiana was 40th out of 50 states. As far as their ranking, you should have so many attorneys per 1,000 residents, and we were already ranked 40th. And then Grant County was also towards the bottom per capita of attorneys needed. So not only are we at the bottom of the state, Indiana is towards the very bottom of the list as far as attorneys per 1,000 residents. And it's unfortunate because the deputy he lost at Civic Court was exceptional at moving cases. She had been a full-time prosecutor, had children, wanted to go part-time. And, she was very, very good. So I don't know how he's going to find someone who's going to do that. I wish him luck on that. And the gentleman who went back to Huntington was also, although he was newer, was very good too. So I sympathize with him for trying to replace two people who knew what they were doing and got the job done.
Make you feel good. A defense lawyer is giving you.
It does. I suppose I owe him lunch for that. Thank you, Dick.
The other, at some point, the state of Indiana is in a situation they were in about 25, 30 years ago with the judges and frankly with prosecutors. I know prosecutors are not paid by the state yet. There might very well come a time where they are. Even the judges now, their pay is so low compared to what you could make in private practice that you're seeing, judge people continue to run for it. And you're seeing judges now, especially when Governor Braun didn't give them their raises, that's starting to cause some friction there too. And unfortunately, hopefully the state will eventually pick it up, but I think his deputies with the caseload they have average around 100,000, 110,000, and they could do much better than that in private practice and not necessarily have some of the headaches. So at some point that's going to have to kind of even out again in the future. I don't know when that will be, but hopefully the state will solve that problem for him.
And I can piggyback off that. One of the things that the Indiana Prosecuting Attorneys Council is pushing is for the state to pick up funding for deputy prosecutors, which I think would alleviate some of the headache for you guys as well.
Yeah.
I don't know how far that's going to go, but that is one of the things that has been put forward by our council.
How much is going to help if there's a shortage?
Well,
It'll help a little, but is it going to be enough to attract?
that's a great question, and I think what it may do is incentivize some of the newer attorneys to jump into that field, at least to get experience in that. And to be honest with you, that's always been one of the issues, is that deputy prosecutors get into prosecution and then 3-4 years later they get out. We've been fortunate enough not to have that kind of turnover until recently.
Caught up with you.
Yeah, I was spoiled for a time, but got back to it. Thank you all very much.
Thank you. All right. Next on the list, we have Melissa Stevenson. Grant County Court Services.
Good evening.
Hello. Hello.
I'm also here requesting permission to fill a vacancy. This vacancy was one that you previously approved for us to fill. The individual lasted a couple weeks and decided this was not for him.
Okay. And then you also had a second request.
Yes.
As well for.
I also could present on the mental health court grant if you're ready for that as well.
Sure.
Okay, so we received the 2026 grant for the mental health court grant, and Things were funded the same way for 26 as they were for 25, with the exception of a new cap that the state placed on training. So we were funded at that cap, which translates to a reduction in $2,500 in the training category for 26. The total award for next year is $56,986. I believe you have the information about that grant. But it pays for a portion of salary and benefits for the mental health coordinator, a stipend for the office manager for grant coordination. It pays for incentives, drug testing supplies, participant needs, program evaluation, and staff training. Presented this on Monday to the commissioners as well.
Annual grant.
Yes, it's an annual problem-solving court grant. This would be our third year receiving it.
We've had this for a while.
Yeah, we got it when we were in the beginning implementation stage. Then this current year, we got certified, and then this will be our third.
Do we have any good measures to know what impact that this is having with our population?
So part of this grant pays for program evaluation. So with it being just new, we will have good data in a couple years, but we have partnered with Indiana Wesleyan University to measure an outside perspective, measure the program. And we have brought them on during the implementation stage so they could get data from the beginning. So we're hoping to have some of those measures. But right now, it's too soon to know.
Yeah, maybe at the end of next year, maybe we can have something to.
So we're going into year 3 of this grant, or we're finished? I know it's a different.
Yeah, so let's see, this 26 would be the beginning of the third round, so third year of it.
If anyone has any other questions, otherwise we'll just put the replacement of vacancy as well as the mental grant request in there as well.
So the replacement vacancy, is that just probation officer?
Yeah, it's for a probation officer position,
They felt overwhelmed.
I'm sure. It's not for everybody, and I'd rather them kind of learn that at the beginning.
Yeah, the sooner the better, because otherwise you're going to make quite an investment in that individual. Yeah.
Mr. President, if you're ready, I'll
Yes.
make a motion to accept as presented to replace the vacancy and go with the mental health grant.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Fleming. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Scott. Any other questions from the council? Anything from the public? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming. So I guess I didn't get to that one. Yeah, that was a new one at our desk.
So that doesn't have anything.
No, I don't believe so. Well, maybe it does, because it says it's Grant Superior Mental Health Court.
That's the grant.
That's the grant
Yeah, I
itself.
made copies.
That's our copy of.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Super. I can read up on that then. Yeah. So that was just here, wasn't it?
Yes.
But then, all right, next we have, Grant County Area Plan, Todd Clancy. All right, yeah, board substitute.
I'm here tonight to ask for transferring money from our salaries account to cover the negative balances and for extended pay periods for the end of the year. And, any unpaid bills. I'm asking for an amount of $5,910, $4,100 to part-time, $600 for supplies, $10 to legal, $200 for cell phones, and $1,000 to photo legal service.
Do you have any questions? Not, I'd entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
All right, thank you, Mr. Cordell. All right, thank you, Mr. Brinkle. Anyone from the council? Any questions? Anyone from the public? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Happy holiday.
Next, we have Grant County Veterans Affairs. Yep.
I did pass out a explanation of the transfers that he would like to do to make some purchases for his office. I had thought he could do them.
Then we wait, maybe we'll move down the agenda, maybe try it later.
Sure.
Try that. Next, we have Grant County EMS.
Evening. My transfers, the first one, 155, was to pay for a shortfall in that account. I ended up picking up a regular maintenance payment that the commissioners had paid for 5 years. And we determined this year I could be paying for it. So I wasn't prepared for that in this budget. It just left me a little short, so I just need that 155. And the next 4 are basically just little leftover amounts in those accounts that if I get to put it in run reimbursement, I can pay our volunteers their stipend for the first half of December ahead of time. And then the last one is again a shortfall in overtime. And in fact, that's not even enough, but it's enough that Angie can say, I'm still a little bit $26 overdrawn because of this last pay and overtime that occurred.
Entertain a motion regarding the transfers from Grant County EMS. So move. All right, thank you, Mr. Lemon. Second. Thank you, Mr. Caudell. Questions or comments from the council? Anything from the public? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Next was Mr. Middles, who might have left.
Or me.
Oh, yeah, there you are. All right.
Did he just leave you here?
He does.
Yeah.
It happens frequently. It's okay.
What can we appoint him to since he just left?
Yeah.
On you. A similar request as what you've received earlier this evening. Transfer from our regular salaries to overtime. This is pretty much caused by the amount of overtime that our maintenance team has worked from working weekends, cleaning, or now we're removing snow and ice early in the mornings to cover that. Also, the previously around July, my position and the HR position stopped collecting overtime and decided to, if we had any hours over, we would create comp time so that we wouldn't be costing the budget as much.
We don't have as much overtime, obviously, as the maintenance team does, but there are some times when there's extra hours. So previously, the person I replaced collected that overtime on their paycheck, so that, all of that added together, plus the maintenance team's extra hours, caused us to be short this year, $7,210.
And this is within the building and grounds department, not
Yes.
the commissioners.
Right, yes, sorry.
Make them people exempt.
Yeah, then I don't think that
That's not
matter
gonna
too much.
happen.
Your maintenance team has say it's more than.
Way more than that, way more than that. And they keep plugging away. It's, they really work miracles.
Not to encourage during a bunch
Right.
of overtime, but
They get a lot done from,
they're well.
Yes.
All right.
very lucky to have them.
Chair would entertain a motion then for this transfer of funds from salaries to overtime.
Mr. President, move to approve the commissioner's request, transfer as presented.
All right, thank you, Mr. Scott. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, thank you, Mr. Lemon. Any questions, comments from the council? Anything from the public? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. And those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays. All right. Now we're going to go back to Veterans Affairs. Mr. Gilgren is here.
Apologize. Do y'all have a copy of my piece of paper?
Yes.
Okay, very good. I'm requesting two transfers, gentlemen. Number one, $1,400 from travel and conference line item to equipment. And that'll decrease my overall balance in travel and conference line item down to $129, basically $130. That's all I should need for the rest of this calendar year. And second transfer I'm requesting is $6,805 from salaries to equipment, which would decrease the balance in salaries till the end of the year down to basically $16,000, which I think should be enough for salaries till the end of the year. That's the two transfers I'm requesting. And then 4 expenditure requests. $4,000 for 2 tablets with cases, keyboards, and a stylus. That's so we can do mobile claims filing. For example, today we had a hospitalized veteran in Marion General Hospital, needed his assistance ordering his discharge certificate. So if you have a tablet, you can go up to the hospital, sit at his bedside and do the necessary requests there without waiting until he can get up out of his hospital. But that's the purpose of these 2 tablets, so we have some mobile capability. And second expenditure request is $3,000 basically for 10 conference room chairs to replace our existing conference room chairs that basically no longer roll and they're starting to break down. And the third expenditure request is for an OWL conference room camera. Not quite as nice as this, but something similar so that we can do video teleconferencing in our conference room. Our existing TV is worn out and we have already replaced that. So this will just be the camera that goes with the VTC ensemble. Total of $8,000 in that expenditure request. And that would come out of those 2 transfers that are listed above. That's what would fund those. That's all basically out of unspent salaries and expected to be unspent travel and conference. So overall, we would have at the end of all of this, about $16,500 remaining in our funds through the end of the year. And I'll take any questions that gentlemen may have on any of that.
Angie, do you concur on that balance?
Yes, we discussed this earlier. Absolutely.
All right. The chair would entertain a motion.
So moved, Mr. President.
All right, thank you, Mr. Brinkle.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Scott. Any other questions or comments from the council? Anything from the public? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Next on our agenda, we have Marion Public Library appointments. And I believe that is for Megan Matthias. Now, that one we advertised.
Yes, this was that.
Okay. And I also got a email, I think we all did, letter, email of support to approve Megan Matthias. Anybody have any questions regarding this appointment, or otherwise, Chair would entertain a motion? All right, thank you, Mr. Cadell. Motion. All right, motion to approve in a second by Mr. Lemming. Any questions or comments from the council? Anything from the public? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We approve Megan Matthias for the Marion Public Library. Next, we have a Converse Public Library appointment. That is Mrs. Elaine Sweet. And I know over there that I have been told that they had trouble getting people, and so this position, we didn't even advertise it, I guess. Maybe a little bit different, but because they struggle to get people to sign up, I decided that we should just appoint the person that they have found willing to serve in the position. My chair would entertain a motion regarding Mrs. Elaine Sweet for the Converse Public Library.
So moved.
All right, thank you, Mr. Scott.
Second.
All right, thank you, Mr. Cadell. Any questions or comments from the council? Anything from the public?
The only thought I had legally
Yep.
is I'm wondering if maybe you should first suspend your rules because it wasn't advertised and vote on that. And then do that as a precedent to the motion that was just made, or include that as part of the motion, either way, just to be consistent.
I didn't think we had a rule, like I saw it was something that the last council president wanted to do to try to get.
Oh, so it's not written in your rules?
I believe it is.
I don't have it in front of me. I don't know. Angie and I were just discussing it.
That was my understanding. It was more of a practice and not,
It's more of a practice and it's not in written rules, then you're fine.
yeah. I appreciate, the
I
comment.
mean, it doesn't matter to me. I don't really think it's a rule. I think it was something he wanted to do, just try to get more people.
Yeah. We did?
We have,
Okay.
but
It might be something to review then for 26 and just make sure, but in order to maybe be on par, then maybe we should suspend the rules just to make sure.
I'm not aware of any legal requirement that you have to do it.
Yeah.
It's just if you had written rules and it was in there, then you should follow the rules, obviously. If it's not in there, then it's up to the chairman. But since you've done it in the past, it just seems like, since nobody's really objecting to it, just to show consistency.
Sure.
So should we rescind the motion and start over?
just amend it.
Sure, that'd be the easiest way to do it.
Does that have to start with who seconded the motion or who made it?
Whoever made it, asked for rescinded, then the same person seconded.
I'll ask for the motion to be rescinded for the Converse Public Library Board appointment.
All right.
Second that rescission and rescind my second.
All right, there you go. All right, and so then I guess we would say that we're gonna suspend the rules. Yes. Regarding this appointment for the Converse Public Library appointment because we did not advertise that position. And so we would make a Motion to approve the suspension of the rules. All right, thank you, Mr. Brankel.
Second.
And a second by Mr. Scott. Any questions regarding that suspension of the rules? Anything from the public? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. All right, now we'll go back to the Converse Public Library appointment and entertain a motion regarding that.
So, Mr. President, move to approve the Commerce Public Library Board appointment.
All right, thank you, Mr. Scott.
Second.
All right, thank you, Mr. Caudell. Questions or comments from the council? Anything from the public? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Glickfield. Always appreciated. Next, we have on our agenda, Grant County Auditor.
I have several different things. The first one is a transfer to cover some negative balances within my budget and the general fund. If you want me to go over those, I can.
Are those on this
On the first letter,
November 24th, 2025, that
Yes.
letter? Okay.
yes.
So from the codifying expenses to travel.
Codifying to travel, $1,100 from overtime, 300 to meeting compensation, and $56.50 to software support.
Maybe to keep it simple, we'll just entertain a motion regarding that request.
So moved.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Scott.
Second.
All right. Thanks, Mr. Lemon. Any questions or comments from the council? Anything from the public? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
The second letter is a request for an additional appropriation of $340 within the jail department. This is to cover salaries that carried over from 24 to 25. In 25, we did not budget anything in this department. So this is just a carryover that needs to be cleared out.
Transfer that could be made, has to be.
No, there is no budget any longer for jail. In 24, we moved all, or for 25, we zeroed out that budget completely, moving any salaries that were paid out of that to the commissioners. When the commissioners came into office, they then created the grounds and building and grounds department and moved the maintenance to that. So we no longer pay a portion of maintenance out of this department. So it's zeroed out completely.
All right, so we'll entertain a motion regarding that for jail salaries, $340.
So moved.
Go ahead.
Second, Mr. Fennell.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Scott, and a second by Mr. Caudell. Any questions or comments from the council? Anything from the public? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Thank you.
The third letter is a request to grant me the authority to make any necessary transfers within the budgeted 2025. To grant me the authority to make any transfers necessary to clear out any negative balances within the 2025 budgets. That way I can clear out and have zero balances in all accounts.
Council members just saying it's standard practice we've done for years. It allows the auditor's office to, if there would be a transfer, there's a negative balance that would need to be cleaned up before coming to us in the January meeting, which is a brand new year. It would allow
Yeah,
the
you
auditor's
can't
office to make
carry it
those,
over.
adjustments. They're choosing.
Based on that, I think Mr. Scott will make a motion to approve.
I'll make the motion.
All right. We have a second.
Second.
All right, thank you, Mr. Lemon. Let the experienced guys make the motion in the second. Any questions or comments? That makes sense to me. Anything from the public? Hearing nothing, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
I do have one additional item.
I'm sorry, you had three, that's.
It was in the beginning of, and my report got skipped when you were
That's true.
started.
Oh, you're right.
But if you had any questions about the reports that I gave you, please ask them. I can cover. But I did put in a calendar for the 26 year that will need to be approved by the council so that we can get it out to the newspapers. The additional appropriation process has changed for next year. We no longer have to publish our additional appropriation requests in the paper. We just have to put that on Gateway now, but it now requires 15 days prior to the meeting instead of the 14 days.
What's happening with the newspaper and all that, since they don't print every day? Does that change anything? Do we have to advertise in other places or anything like that?
It still publishes in a timely fashion. So it did work for us in the past, but we don't have to worry about that moving forward. Now, when it comes to publishing legals for like with our lit, we'll still have to do that publication in the paper. It's just affecting our additional appropriation requests. So.
So this is actually saving us money.
Well, it wasn't that big of an expense either, but it does save a few dollars.
State saved us money.
Imagine that.
Our bad.
Oh, happy day.
So we need a motion to approve these 2026 additional and transfer letter dates.
Actually, you're just approving the meeting dates is
Oh, okay.
all that's
Just approving the
necessary.
meeting dates? Oh, okay. All right. Chair would entertain a motion regarding that. So moved, President. All right, thank you, Mr. Scott.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Lemon. Any questions or comments? Anything from the public? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. And those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. Next, we have old business.
Oh, wait.
Oh, no, we don't have.
Yeah, something else.
I got another one.
Yeah, you also have approved for Central Dispatch to present a transfer request.
Yes.
So adding an item
Right.
in.
I'm glad you thought that, yeah, because I got that. And Mr. Hicks should be on the line.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Is there an argument about that? On the line.
I think it's online now.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
It's all online.
Yeah. Yes, we can hear you.
All right. Thank you. I'm requesting a transfer from training and education in the amount of $4,376.82 to telephone to help cover some contractual agreements that we have to pay for with AT&T. This transfer would zero that balance out for the year.
All right, thank you, Mr. Hicks. Do we have a motion to approve that transfer?
So moved.
All right, thank you, Mr. Scott. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, thank you, Mr. Lemon. Motion and a second. Any questions or comments for Mr. Hicks? Hearing none from the council, anything from the public? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you. Merry
Mr.
Christmas,
Hughes.
everybody.
Yep, Merry Christmas. All right. Glad you caught that. Wow, I'm slipping tonight. It's all right. It's a team. It's a team effort here.
Anything else, Ms. Jarvis?
No, I'm done.
Old business. Old business, which is kind of new business. Where did all this come from, I guess?
From me and Angie and Corey. Yeah.
Oh,
Merry
thank you.
Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I was gonna ask who recognized my weakness and say thank you, say thank you. So,
Yes, yes, milk chocolate. Reports, resolutions, communications, general discussion. There was a community corrections meeting, and they were talking about, I think there's gonna be another, maybe a committee meeting about it, to look at more home detention, and to alleviate perhaps some of the inmates in the jail. Maybe it could be 20 to 30 inmates that could be on home detention, as opposed to locked up in the jail, which I think is good, as long as they're safe to be in our community. That way, perhaps they can even be out working and being more productive than just locked up in the jail. Of course, though, that will require at least one individual to be hired in order to do that. And I think these are just some of those little nibbles that were kind of talked about in this morning's meeting, because we also met with the judiciary, that, we're trying to do some small things to try and help a big problem that we have, being a lot of inmates in our jail, and just trying to, find some good productive ways to try and alleviate that. So that should be coming. I would guess it'd probably be coming in probably the February meeting for that request. And again, too, the referee court update, Judge McVicker had family obligations, and so I told him that we could certainly do that next month. Get that update on how the court's doing from his perspective. I think, yeah, go ahead, Mr. Franklin.
The newly formed opioid committee, which Mr. Lemming and I are council reps, met earlier this week. We're just kind of getting the ball rolling. Everybody's getting their feet wet, and we're trying to decide, a fair amount of funds available in restricted and unrestricted. So we work on that throughout the year. It's just you and I on that from council.
Yes, that's like almost $1.2 million and based on the unrestricted and restricted, what you could use.
Okay.
That was, what was that, Monday's meeting?
I think it was.
Yeah, first, then we have another one scheduled in February. It'll be every 2 months the way they set it up.
Okay.
Mr. President, that meeting's Monday, or I'm on that committee. I think you are too. Are you gonna be going to that? Monday at 3?
Yes,
Jail.
yes.
And I think what they're going to be looking for is potentially council's input on whether you gentlemen might be in favor of something like that, that type of a proposal. And I think then Mr. Kentz can take that back and say the council will at least entertain that if you're interested in doing that. I think that's what's going on. If that's a fair synopsis.
Yeah, I would say it is. Yeah.
Because obviously your input's going to be very important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because obviously if we don't want to fund it, then yeah, it would be something that's just flat out not going to work. It takes the funds to do it. I guess my hope would be is that it would be a start to maybe adding another person, and maybe we could have even more people who might be out of the jail, so that maybe they could be getting some type of help and going to some types of meetings and things like that, and still being more along the lines of a productive citizen, as opposed to, I just feel like if they're locked up, it's just life's on hold and everything stops, and it's not good, in my own opinion. But that's me. Of course, I haven't been there. And
I mean, there's one more category of people that we tend to not put on home detention. Mr. Cunningham continually says it's by statute, and many times the judges will just overrule it. but the definition of what's considered a violent offense is so broad that he maintains that you cannot put those people on home detention unless you have 24-hour monitoring. I had suggested, it seems like the easy solution to that is we have a central dispatch and they have people monitoring 24 hours, monitoring being if someone, is outside of where they should be on home detention, we can have something at dispatch that they can notify and so on, that I think that would solve that. So Mr. Cunningham, I think, is amenable to that idea. That might be a small equipment cost, but that could open up the door to many more people who could be put on home detention. And that could be anything from, two people got in a fight, but that's considered a violent offense. It might even be a misdemeanor, but yet they cannot be on home detention. They're ruled out. I don't want to bore you with the details of that, but potentially even a piece of equipment and the willingness of central dispatch to monitor that could open the door for a whole nother category of people going on home detention. And not in our jail, who are not violent, dangerous people. Obviously, if they're violent, dangerous people, they're not going to be considered.
Now, it used to be, I would assume with today's technology, this was quite a few years ago, it had to improve. But whenever an individual was placed on house arrest or home detention, the machines was part of a monitoring system. That monitoring, that company monitored 24 hours a day. Whenever there was a violation, there was a break in that monitoring, that notification would then go to either that home detention officer or probation officer to intervene.
And what Mr. Cunningham says is they don't have anybody who works third shift, so they see that in the morning. But if with this class of people, if that monitor where that could be relayed immediately to someone, then those people could also now qualify for home detention.
I don't know why it could be somebody on call. It would say there's
I understand what you're saying.
okay.
Like a third shift deputy.
I don't even know if it'd be in the deputy, but certainly within the probation department or home detention, that they would. That's the way at one time it was done.
Could it be somebody within the jail?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Hopefully there would not be that many notifications coming that somebody's not going to violate their home detention.
If they do, they might very well be kicked off home detention. So
They're probably going to be arrested. So.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
But the dispatch is a very interesting idea because of your towers. I think that's kind of genius too, really. You've already got your 911 towers.
They're there anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You just have a panel and that goes off, they call someone, and then we've met the statutory requirements of monitoring.
I think that's pretty
Well, to me, that's two different things. If we utilize our towers and we monitor ourselves, we don't utilize the company's monitoring system. So there's two ways we could go about it.
Right.
We can monitor our own with somebody sitting there 24 hours a day and we fill those seats, or we utilize the company to monitor and then notify us when there is a violation.
That's an excellent question. I'll ask at the next community correction meeting. I'll find out about that.
Yeah, the monitoring, because that can be an issue itself, because how
That
much.
equipment and that monitor is expensive.
Exactly.
Usually,
I think that's what you're referring to.
well, usually the defendant pays
Yeah.
for their time on house arrest.
So it'd be just a hardware cost if we monitored.
Mhm.
We wouldn't be paying subscriptions.
Correct.
Are you still thinking, Frank and I sit on the RDC, and that met on the first Monday of the month. We took in 4 or 5 packets for the data site.
Oh, okay.
They brought in 4, and there was a 5th one that come in late.
Okay.
And we
So
did 5.
we are looking at reviewing those. We all have to go through our auditing process and see which company makes the most sense in our opinions, and then we'll get something together. But they all were upwards of 500,000 up. So we should come out that pretty decent.
Okay. Yeah. And then that decision of approval, you guys make a recommendation.
Yeah.
And then it's up to the commissioners to approve that.
Okay. It's kind of exciting though, the first one we've got, and we've only been together with 3 months or whatever. So if we could get some money out of that, we'd all be pretty happy about that.
Pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. So that means you raise the bar up there that you're going to have to
I'm
maintain.
resigning in January after I get the okay.
All right. I don't know if anybody else has anything else. Open up, anything from the public? Anybody have anything? Hearing none, then.
Don't be shy if you got something.
Hearing nothing, then I guess we've got the upcoming meeting date for the first meeting of next year is January 21st, 2026. And I guess I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
And all right, motion and a second. All in favor? Signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign.
No, I didn't see it.
We are adjourned. Thank you. Turn off that mic.